Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and well, Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG, making a liar out of me. I was saying they're not going to release anything until the annual shareholder meeting, yet here we are. Okay, so they just did a press release of all things, and it says Zion Oil and Gas operational update for license number 428 in Israel. Zion Oil files new exploration license in the Megiddo Jezreel Valley. Zion Oil and Gas files a new exploration license on the same 99,000 acre as previous 401 license and current 428 license. This new exploration license application will further our current and future work plans in Israel, stated Vice President and Managing Director in Israel, Jeff Moskowitz. All well testing completion and stimulation equipment are set or at the port on location in Israel for the next phase of Zion's operations. Zion's MJ2 well has been completed through the casing, liner, and cementing. Ongoing operations include well stimulation and DST testing. All necessary equipment to conduct the well stimulation and DST testing are in the country despite the global logistic backlog. Simultaneously with the new exploration license filing, Zion has submitted a petition seeking administrative approval of a term of 3 years for the number 428 exploration license under Israel's petroleum law. So, and it goes on to say that Zion Oil is publicly listed on the OTCQX best market, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go over a couple of things here to kind of hopefully make this, let this make more sense, not only to me, but other people too. So first of all, what is petroleum law? And I think we've covered this before at some point, but the petroleum law and regulations. Israel petroleum law was enacted in 1952. The law governs the exploration and production of petroleum onshore and offshore Israel, including the continental shelf. So it's basically a set of laws that they have to abide by, whether they're exploring or producing oil. Okay, so what is well stimulation? So well stimulation is a well intervention performed on an oil or gas well to increase production by improving the flow of hydrocarbons from the drainage area into the well bore. Stimulation is the opening of new channels in the rock for oil and gas to flow through easily. Okay, next up. All right, guys, next up, DST test. So the drill stem test is a procedure for isolating and testing the pressure, permeability, and productivity capacity of geological formations during the drilling of a well. The test is an important measurement of pressure behavior at the drill stem and is a valuable way of obtaining information of the formation fluid and establishing whether a well has found commercial hydrocarbon reservoir. So come down here, you can look a little bit about it here. It says they did case the hole, so we'll look at that here too. It says a drill stem testing is an oil or gas exploration, blah, 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 blah. It's what we just read. The main objective of a DST is to evaluate the commercial viability of a zone's economic potential by identifying productive capacity, pressure, permeability, or extent of an oil or gas reservoir. These tests can be performed in both open and cased hole environments and provide exploration teams with valuable information about the nature of the reservoir. Drill stem testing involves deploying a series of tools known as the test bottom hole assembly. A basic drill stem test consists of packer or packers, which act as an expanding plug to be used to isolate sections of the well for the testing process. Valves that may have been opened or closed from the surface during the test, and recorders used to document pressure during testing. In addition to packers downhole, the valves are used to open or close the formation to measure the reservoir characteristics such as pressure and temperature, which are charted on downhole records within the BHA. Below are two types of BHA DST: cased hole, which can be applied after the well has been cased, and open hole, which may be performed before testing. So it says that they've cased it. Now let me double check to make sure. MJ2 has been completed through casing, liner, and cementing. Okay, so we're going to look at the casing. This is performed after the well is cased. The case hole drill stem testing uses a retrievable production packer that is set above the zone of interest. The well is then flow tested through perforations in the casing. The two types of case hole tests are pressure operated and mechanically operated. Okay, so let's see here if they give us any other type of information. No, it's about the same here. So that's, I mean, basically what I'm getting out of this is we have something down there to test. Okay, we found something. Now we're seeing if it's commercially viable. And the exploration license that they're applying for, now it's kind of remained to be seen on, you know, did we find something? Are we trying to produce? You're trying to extend it out for 3 years. Why? Because last I checked, I think if you find producible oil, if I'm not mistaken, it's like a very, very long time length that you're going to get approved for anyway. So what's the deal of applying for a 3-year term? I'm not sure. So I'm kind of mixed on what this means. Oil and gas people, if you're out there, chime in, okay? Comment, let us know what the heck this means, because I'm not, obviously not someone who drilled oil and gas and searched for gas and oil before, but to me it seems like, yes, we found oil, we're trying to see if it's commercially viable, but the whole extension of 3-year things is that's what's kind of got me like, I wonder what that means. Like, to me, if they knew it was commercially viable, then what's the problem? Maybe they just haven't, I guess they haven't tested it yet. They're not 100% sure. They're trying to get an extension before, their license runs out to kind of protect themselves. I'm not 100% sure what this means. So anyway, let's take a look at the charts. Let's see what they're telling us, and let's go from there. All right, guys, taking a look at Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG, Z Dizzle, my nizzle. So we did get a buy signal today on the 4-hour, and we kind of poked our head at 25 cents twice today. We are currently right below overvalued. I'm sorry. In the MACD, we're still in a bearish pattern, and really not an exceptional amount of volume. But we'll have to see how this press release, how the market treats this press release tomorrow. Okay. So positive thing is, a couple of things actually is, hey, Zion actually reached out to us and told us something. Okay. So they actually updated us. Second thing, I don't think that they would have finished production and cased it if they didn't have anything in the hole. So pretty sure we got something down there. Also, what I just realized, I'm thinking of it, I just went on that rant towards the end before coming and look at the charts. We're going to kind of go back to that, but it's a new license they're applying for. It's not an extension. One second. Yeah, so it's a Zion Oil and Gas operational update. Zion Oil and Gas, let's see, files for a new exploration license. So that's my mistake. It's not it doesn't look like it's an extension. It seems like a whole new license. Okay, so files for a new exploration license on the same area as the previous 401 and the current 428. Okay, so my mistake there. If someone could, again, chime in on your comments on that, because I think I'm curious to know what that's about whenever they come out on, for the shareholder meeting, if they'll expand on that. That was kind of why I was a little confused, but that kind of makes a little bit more sense of why they're doing a press release is, hey, we have a new license we're applying for. It's not the old one. We're not just doing an extension. I would think if it was just a boring old extension, they would have just done an update, right? In my opinion. So to me, that's some pretty good news right there. So let's go back and look at the charts really quick and finish that up. Okay, sorry about bouncing around, but so we need to get above 25 cents and hold there. It's going to be very, very curious. I'm curious to see how the market reacts to this tomorrow. Okay, I want to see if people come out and actually can read between the lines and see what in the world's going on. And this was actually, it's a press release. It was actually blasted out through your brokerage platform. So TD Ameritrade has this on Thinkorswim. They'll have it on their brokerage app. Wherever else carries Zion Oil and Gas will have this on their brokerage apps. Another thing too, Webull is actually in the beta phase of testing out OTC stocks. Okay, so I got an email on that today. That's interesting to keep in mind too. That's going to bring in a whole other type of platform for people to come and buy into ZNOG at the right time. Okay, and but anyway, but this is a press release. It's not just a regular update. Again, if you have information, you understand what this means, more than maybe what I've given on the video, please feel free to comment below. Other than that, we will catch you in the next one.